Two forces of magnitude 6 newtons and 10 newtons act at a point. Here is our point. Let's say we have a 10 newton force going towards the right, and let's say we have a 6 newton force going in this direction. And then the question is asking us, which of the following could not be the magnitude of the result? So the resultant of these two forces you can work out by drawing them from head to tail. So let's say this is our start point. I'll draw one of the forces. I'll start with a 10 newton force. Doesn't matter which one I use. And then at the head of that vector, I will then draw the 6 newton force, which we can see from our diagram goes kind of this way. And the resultant would connect the start to the finish. So that will be this length here. So we're trying to think about, for this question, what could this length not be out of these four options? So to change the magnitude of the resultant, we can think about moving the 6 newton force back and forth like this. And that will change the length of the vector that goes directly from the start to the finish, so the resultant. So the biggest that the resultant could be would be when you connect the two forces directly in a straight line. So this is 10 newtons, and then we have our 6 newton force on the end of that. In that case, the resultant would be 60 newtons. So that's the largest it could possibly be. The smallest would be when you bring the 6 newton force all the way back to be in the opposite direction to the 10 newton force. So that would look like this. You have your 10 newton force going towards the right, and you have your 6 newton force going directly back towards the left. So the resultant would then be the vector that connects the start to the finish. So it'd be this. That would be 4 newtons. That is the smallest that the resultant of 10 newtons and 6 newtons could be. That will be when the two cancel out as much as they possibly can. So then the answer would be D. Our force can't get any smaller than 4 newtons, so 3 newtons would not be a resultant force of 6 and 10.